Um, it's day 5 since we had a fire at our house. My mind is just like everywhere. This is our last day at a hotel. The funds that Red Cross had gave us has run low. You know, for the last 5 days, we didn't have to buy, clothes for the girls, toothbrush essentials, food, gas, and staying at 2 different hotels. Today is the last day we stay at this hotel, and we'll be checking out in the next 2 hours. Where do we go from there? I don't know, honestly. But I try to count my blessings during this whole process. And although I am when I say I am grateful that my babies and her dad made it out of that house alive with minor injuries. My baby had no injuries. She didn't inhale no smoke. There was no smoke in her lungs, in her blood. There was no carbon in her blood at all. And that one number God. You hear me? That one number God. And her dad, he had minor injuries. He had smoke inhalation to his voice box, his lungs. His face got burnt on his nose and his ears, his hands. But he okay. He made it out alive, and all he was worried about was her baby. Was she good? Was she good? So I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown. This was Friday, October 17th. Earlier that morning. As many of you might know, if you watch some of my videos, I am a stay-at-home mom. I don't work 9 to 5. To help out with extra money, my man, he works at the post office. He supported our whole family. So to bring in extra cash, I DoorDash on the side. That morning, Friday morning, when I go DoorDash, he normally stay in the house with the baby. The other 2 girls are in school. I leave out the house anywhere from 9 or 10, depending on when I wake up and how I'm feeling. I leave at around that time, and I DoorDash till about 12:31, right before it's time to pick up my youngest daughter from school. But Friday, I left out about 12, and I DoorDashed the whole time until it was time for my youngest child to get out. She got out of school at 2. I was actually in the middle of a DoorDash, and it told me I was going to be 30 minutes, and that was going to be over the time for me to pick her up. So I said, before I drop off this DoorDash, I'm going to pick her up from school early and then continue dashing. So that's what I did. I picked her up from school probably like literally 10 minutes before 2 o'clock. And I dropped off the order. In my head, I'm just like, we got a lot of things coming up in these next couple of weeks. I get surgery Wednesday for my weight loss journey. I was getting a gastric bypass surgery this Wednesday, which is today. So I was like, well, let me get a couple of dollars so that I can make sure I got everything I need and I'm comfortable after my stay, after my surgery or whatever. So I continue to dash with my daughter up until 3 o'clock. That's when my oldest daughter get out of school. She get out at 3. So, I'm dashing. I stop to get gas, and I go pick her up. As soon as I pick her up, we go straight to the house. It's 10 minutes from her school to our house. So I get to my street. As I'm coming up this hill before you get to the street I turn on. And I see all these emblems and fire trucks. And I'm like, what the hell going on? But, I ain't think nothing of it. So I keep driving. I turn on my street. As I get to the top of my street, I see all these emblems that I had just seen on the street. I'm like, damn, where they going? So I get down to the end of the street, right before you turn on my street, to get to my apartment complex, and the police had it blocked off. I'm like, what's going on? They like, it's a fire, it's a fire. I'm like, you know where? They like, no, I don't know specifically where, but I can't let nobody go down. So right before I pull off, it turned to go around the other way to get to my apartment complex. This black Maxima pull up, and I know this is the man who live upstairs from me. He get out the car. He's like, I need to make it down there. I need to make it down there. My daughter called me and she said, the building's on fire. The building's on fire. So I immediately knew that he was talking about my building because he lived in the same building as me. So I immediately picked up the phone and I called my dude. I called their dad. No answer. I keep calling, no answer. So I zoom around the bend and I get to the other side of the street. Of course, they have that part blocked off as well. And I'm like, can somebody tell me what building it is? What's going on? The man said, it's just, I don't know exactly what's going on. I just know it's the last building on fire. And I live in the last building. So I panicked because I'm like, my baby in there, my baby in there. So I hop out the car. I get the kids. We hop out the car. We walk down the back hill. And I see all these fire trucks, and I see smoke. I don't see no fire, but I see smoke. And the lady that live in my building right next to me, right next door to me directly, she like, it was your apartment? It was your apartment. They got your baby over there by the ambulance. And I ran over there, and I see my baby in the bed, in the hospital. I mean, the bed they put you on when they put you in the ambulance. She just sitting there. She don't look like she hurt. She just looked like confused, like what is going on. Her face is so black, like as black as I am. My kids is bright light. And all I see is all this smut on her face. She had nothing on but a t-shirt and a pepper. And then I see her dad. He had on nothing but drawers. His eyes was bloodshot red. He was crying and his nose was runny. And he looked like he couldn't breathe. I never in my life seen anything like that. So I'm like, what happened? What's going on? He said he don't know. He said he don't remember. He said he think it was the air fryer. He was just so like, out of it and confused. And so I'm talking to the paramedics. I'm talking to them. They like, she appears to be fine. She haven't coughed. There's no burn marks, no scars. But we want to take her to Children's just to make sure, get her vitals and everything. Check. I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at her. And I'm like, Chucky, are you okay? And she just looking at me. She haven't said anything. She's just looking around. And I look over and I can tell the whole house was gone. The whole apartment. I could just tell it was too many ambulances down there. It was 3 fire trucks. They said it was 46 firefighters on site that had to put out this fire. And our apartment is not that big, but it was a 2-bedroom, laundry room, bathroom, living room, kitchen. A nice little size. The whole house caught fire. The whole house. The only part of the house that didn't catch fire was the girls' room. But of course, because the whole house basically caught fire, the smoke, the suds, the black stuff was everywhere in their room. Nothing in their room got burnt. The TV's still on the wall. Everything was just black. So I go to they said me they finna take her to the hospital. So I get the kids. I say, come on, let's go. We gotta follow the ambulance to Children's. So before I leave, they had brought him over there. And I went over there too. I said, are you okay? He said, yeah, just go to the hospital, check on Chucky. So I leave, I follow the ambulance. We get to the hospital. Well, they got there kind of before me. They told me, don't run red lights, just, stay calm and, you get there when you get there. So I get there. I go and I let them know who I'm here for. They take me in the back. And she just sitting there playing, being her normal self, And I thank God that she was okay. And I couldn't ask for nothing more. Yes, we lost everything, but everybody is safe and good.